was the son of a pizza man. The only boy.
That's disgusting. So for the pizza dough, you're going to combine 2 cups of flour, 2 1/4 teaspoons of instant dry yeast, which is just 1 package, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You're going to whisk that together, and then to that, you're going to add 2/3 cup of water mixed with 1 tablespoon of olive oil. You're supposed to make a well in this, and then I'm going to add, since we're doing a St. Patrick's Day themed crust, I'm going to add some food coloring, green obviously. So let's just start with, we'll do 5 drops, and then with the dough hook, we'll see how that turns out. Okay, this dough hook is weird. I've never made dough with a mixer like this before, and it doesn't really do a good job unless I'm just being impatient and not waiting. So I'm just going to knead this by hand. So I had to add about 3 or 4 more tablespoons of water because it was really dry. So what I'm going to do now is put it onto my surface that will be floured, and then just knead it until it's smooth and elastic. So I just finished kneading the dough. I kneaded it for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then I oiled the bowl and kind of oiled the dough ball. And now we're gonna let it sit for at least an hour. Sorry, I'm out of breath because kneading dough is a lot harder than you think. So yeah, we're gonna let it sit for about an hour, at least an hour. You can let it sit for longer. You basically just want it to rise and double in size. It has been about an hour and 45 minutes, and as you can see, the dough ball has doubled in size. So what I'm going to do now is just punch the air out of the dough ball, and then we're not going to actually make the crust right now. I'm going to punch it out and then wrap it up in some saran wrap, and then stick it in the fridge until I'm ready to use it. So what I'm going to do now is I took the dough out of the refrigerator. It puffed up a little bit, so I'm going to have to beat it down a little bit. And then I'm just going to kind of stretch it out to the shape that I want. And then we're going to top it and then stick it in the oven. And I have some flour and cornmeal. The cornmeal will be for the pizza peel, and the flour will be to help this not stick. So I'm going to spread it out. Okay, so now we're going to make the pesto, and this pesto is a very basic recipe. I've made some substitutions to traditional pesto, but so basically we have 2 cups of spinach. You can also use basil or arugula or any kind of green. You can even use kale if you want. And then we have some garlic cloves, about a cup of olive oil, about a cup of walnuts. Typically it's made with pine nuts, but you can substitute walnuts, almonds, whatever kind of nut you want. And then some grated Parmesan or shredded Parmesan. I'm sure you could also substitute another type of cheese if you want. And then some lemon, which is optional. And then salt and pepper to taste. So I'm going to blend all these guys up, and then we will have pesto. So after you blend up all those ingredients, you get this pesto, which is good for it's good for pasta, it's good for pizza. You can use it for whatever you want. So I've stretched out the dough, and now I'm going to put the pesto and mozzarella on top. So we're going to stick this into the oven at 500 degrees for about, I don't know, 10 to 12 minutes. And then we'll check on it and hopefully it turns out. So here we have the cooked pizza. Obviously I left it in a little longer than I probably should have. It's a little brown. But I'm sure it tastes delicious. So let's get to the tasting. Hey guys, Enzo here, SonofaPizzaMan.
Hi, it's me. His boyfriend.
The other one.
The other one.
So St. Patty's Day is right around the corner, and I thought we would make...
It's too close for comfort, frankly.
Yeah. So I thought we would make a St. Patrick's Day inspired pizza. So basically, we dyed a pizza green. And what? Why?
I'm laughing because I think it's funny that you're like, it's a St. Patty's Day themed pizza, but it's just a green ass pizza.
It's a green pizza.
It's a green pizza.
In honor of St. Patrick's Day.
In honor of St. Pat himself.
St. Patty.
St. Patty.
So, yeah, it's just a green pizza.
This is a green pizza.
So it's basically pesto and mozzarella cheese.
Can we show it? Can I show
with
the
a green
pizza?
crust? Yes. So
you can't really see though.
it's hard to tell.
It kind of looks brown,
I should have put more dye in it. It's more like a minty green,
which is fine. It's more of like a shamrock shake.
right? So let's just try it.
Okay. Very pesto. Pesto is.
It's pesto pizza. That's
It's
fine.
pesto pizza.
It's a little overcooked, but
Oh, that's a problem.
so what do you think?
So you made spinach pesto.
Spinach pesto, yeah.
Spinach pesto. I think you can taste it as spinach pesto. I think it tastes like different instead of like a different sort of sharpness. I think it's good. I don't think it tastes like
St. Patrick's
like
Day.
Irish people.
Yeah, what do Irish people taste like?
Potatoes,
Yeah.
potato farts, old French fries. Said the man who's half Irish. I'm just gonna drink this greenish beer.
Wow, we're so festive. Anyway, so you should definitely try this at home.
Yeah, it's fun. I think that's cool about it is like you can really not, as long as it's a bunch of green.
Right. It's just green dye that you put into the dough.
We talked about doing like a pizza that had like orange and white stuff on it too. But the concern is that it's tough to make those things like read those colors after you cook them. You know, they don't seem that color when you cook them.
Right. Happy St. Patrick's Day from me, not from this one.
Happy Patrick's Day, I guess.
Thank you for watching. If you want to get a hold of me, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah.
Snapchat, Periscope, Tumblr, wherever.
Slut.
The one thing I will ask you to do is, if you haven't already, please subscribe below. That'll help me with my self-esteem issues.
Oh my god. Please.
So
Follow him.
please.
From me. Please.
Thank you, and until next time. Ciao for now.
who could ever feed me was the son of a pizza man.